Hi, welcome to the Introstat lecture series. And this is a final exam review, part 4. This will be the last part for this final exam reviews here. Okay, let's go ahead and go to our final exam problems here. Okay, so in the problem number 38 here, they said following data give the annual sales figures in 10,000 units of a successful company for the first 11 years since the foundation. Company's statistician conduct a regression analysis and using the model y hat is equal to the B0 plus B1. All right, so here there's a type arrows here. They should be B1 X here, all right? And so the X is the, X is the year and the Y hat is the sales. So they want to find out what are the values for B0 and the B1, okay? And also they want to find out what is the R square and how to do the estimation, those things. Okay, let me show you, how do we use the TI-84 to do those type of the calculations here. Okay, and so let me go to the calculator. All right, so here's the calculator. So first, you need to turn on, and now we need to input the data because the sales, right, is my Y value, and the X is my X value, the year is my X values here. So the first thing is we need to do a data input. So you do a stat, as always, you do an edit here. Okay, so in here, I already have the input the data, so we can save. Oh no, I did not input the data here. All right, so let me see here. Did I input the data here? So, oh yeah, I already input the 11 years of the data from the data set, right? So I use the L1 as the year is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. And then the L2 is my sales, right? So it's 22, 34, 88, 200. So I input this. Okay, so the first question they ask, if I want to find the regression line, the B0 plus the B1X, how do I do that? Okay, so after you do that, after you input, then you do a stat. And instead of go to the test, you go to the calculations here. So this calculation can do a lot of calculation. So in here, we want to do linear regression. In fact, you can do 4, or you can set the linear regression A plus BX. So in here, the A is our B0, B is our B1. So you can just hit here, linear regressions here. Then your X list is your year, right? So you put L1. Your Y is your L2. Then leave these two blank alone, then you do a calculator. So you got is negative 238.18 and plus 119 times X here. Okay, so let's go back to our exam reviews here. So from that, we know the calculator tell you, so it's 1 hat is equal to the negative 238, right? So negative 238.18 plus what, 119 times the year, right? So year is your X here. So in these questions here, so the answers here, B0, this is my B0, this is my B1. So the B0 is negative 238, B1 is 119, correct? So the answers, so it's B0 negative 238, B1 is equal to the positive 119. So it will be, so the answer will be what? Will be ace here. All right. Okay, so the answer will be A. Now in here we say find the company's, the R squared. So let's go back to our TI-84 calculators here. Okay, from here, they just give us, these calculations, right? And they did not show us what is the R square. Okay, so here is what you can do to include the R square and R into your analysis. So here what do we need to do here? The first thing is here you do a second, then you do a 0. That means you get to go to get a catalog. So in here, the catalog, you need to go all the way down to D. Okay. So you're going to get a diagnostic here. So currently, so you want to do a diagnostic on. Okay, that means you want to turn on the diagnostic so it will give you more detailed information. So you said enter, then enter again. So you see the diagnosis on is done. Okay, so now let's go back to our stat again. So we do the calculation. So we do the linear regression A plus B axis here. So here is the same input. Wow. So now they give us the more data here, more information. So what is the R square they give us? 0.943. Right, so this is R square. The R they gave us is 0.971. All right, remember the R square is the correlation of the coefficient of determinations, right? Okay, let's go back to a final exam to see what is the answers we have here. Okay, so then in here we said regarding to the data, the R square is what? 0.943. So we get this data is 0.943. Okay, so now let's say with regarding to company's annual sale, what is the predicted sale for the year 12? Okay, so we know the predictions here is negative 238.18. Correct? Plus 119 times the year. So now I'm predicting year 12. So it's negative 238.18 plus 119 times what is year? Year 12 here. So after you get this, so you will get the year 12. This is 1189.82. Right, so what is the closest to the number 1189? So will be the B's here. Okay, now the same things here. Let's take a look. Let's say what is the residuals, right? So remember, what is the residuals? We say it's observation minus y predict. Correct? Okay, so the first thing is we need to predict what is the year 10. Excuse me. So this will be negative 238.18 plus 119 times year 10, right? So if you put it into your calculator, and this one would be give you 951.82. So the residual is the observation, right? So observed. So you go to your data, say, hey, what is the year 10th, right? So you will see the year 10th is here, right? So year 10 you observed is 1000. Okay, so let's go back to here. So year 10, so the residuals here is y minus y hat. So year 10 is 1000 minus 951.82. So what is this will give you? So this will give you 48.18. So which one is the closest one? See here, 48.18. So this would be the 48.2. See here. Okay, so now, okay, so regarding to the company's annual sales data, how much sale will change for every here, let's say for every 2 years. All right, let's be very careful. So we know the yi hat is equal to the negative 238.18 plus 119 times the year, right? So this is back to this slope again. So we know this is the slope, right? So what is the slope? We talk about many times. That means whenever you change whenever you change increase, so whenever you increase 1 unit, so this unit is year, right? So whenever you increase the 1 year, your sales going to increase. The reason why it's increased because this is a positive increase of what 119, right, in the tens of thousands, right? So this is we say in the tens of thousands here. And now let's say I want to see how much in the 2 years. So that will just be what 2 times 119, right? So 2 times 119 would be 238, right? So because the 119 is every 1 year. Now let's say 2 years, so it will be what increase 238 here. So this is 42 here. So as you can see, the TI-84 calculator also can do the regression. That's pretty cool, right? So we need to know what is how to do the predictions and how to find the residuals here. Okay, let's take a look at problem number 43. Okay, let's say in an evaluation of the efficiency of the algorithm, 2 algorithms are evaluated in terms of the CPU times required to complete same 6 test program. Study these 2 sample t-test or pair test. So what do we say here? So this one here is a pair test. Why? Because you apply the 2 algorithms to what? The same 6 test program. Correct? So you have a test program 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6. So this is algorithm number 1. Then you did your algorithm number 2, algorithm number 1, algorithm number 2, all the way to algorithm number 1, algorithm number 2. Right? So because they are the same test programs, right? So you compare these 2 algorithms. So it's a pair T because they are the natural pairs here. Okay, let's take a look at number 44. A psychologist designed a study to assess whether a visual or audio stimulus produce a more rapid response. A group of 250 undergraduates are randomly assigned to the order in which they are exposed to stimuli. And then the visual versus the what is the visual versus the audio. Okay, so the response time are recorded. Should the study be a 2 sample t-test or a pair t-test? This one here is what are the answers here? This one will be a pair t-test, right? Because these 250 students, they exposed to both. Right, then they want to see the differences here, right? So because you have the student, right? So this is number 1, number 2, number 250. Then they both exposed to the what? The visual and the audio. So the same one, the visual and the audio, right? So last ones, they do have the natural pair. So this is a pair T. Okay, so last ones here, number 45. A survey is conducted of 16 years old students from the inner city public school and the suburban public school to compare the proportion who had the experiment with marijuana. Should this study is a 2 sample t-test or the pair t-test? This one is a what? This will be the 2 sample t-test. Right? Why? Because these 2 groups, one is the inner cities, right? So this is the inner city, right? And this is the what? This is the suburban, right? So you want to compare, so you want to compare the proportion P1 proportion to P2, right? So that's why we say this is a 2 sample t-test. It's not, the pair t-test. Okay, all right, that's it. And so that's the last part of this final exams review, and hope this helps here. Okay, so nice talk to you, and make sure work hard, study hard, and get a good grade. All right, okay, so nice talk to you, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.